Let's be real for a moment. When Lewis Hamilton swapped silver for scarlet, the motorsport world exploded. Ferrari, Hamilton. The 8th title destiny, right? But fast forward just 9 races into 2025, and reality is hitting hard. He's not adapting. He's not delivering. And now, even the FIA is breaking its silence. Derek Warwick, ex-F1 driver, Le Mans winner, and an active FIA steward, has dropped a bombshell. Not only does he believe Hamilton deserves that 8th title, but he also suggests something fans have barely dared to whisper. Hamilton may already be thinking of retiring. Yeah, you heard that right. In an interview on a gambling platform, because of course, that's where the real talk happens. Warwick didn't pull punches. He said the obvious out loud, "I don't know why Lewis can't get going in a Ferrari." Enigma? Absolutely. And look, we've all asked the same question. How can a 7-time world champion with 105 wins suddenly be off the pace? Especially when Charles Leclerc, in the same machinery, is consistently putting the car on the podium. Warwick doesn't sugarcoat it. He thinks Lewis underestimated what it really means to integrate into a new system after 12 years at Mercedes. Different debriefs, different tools, different engineering language. And maybe, just maybe, Lewis hasn't quite mastered Ferrari's notoriously complex steering wheel, the nerve center of modern F1 cars. And if you think that's small, think again. In this sport, a half-second gap is an eternity. Warwick says, "I don't see him running in P6, P7, P8 much longer. He's had enough of that." And here's the twist. He's not wrong. Hamilton looks disillusioned. His interviews echo the same exhaustion we saw in his final years at Mercedes. The sparkle? Dimming. The confidence? Shaky. Even after that sprint win in China, which should have lit a fire, the flame fizzled out fast. Warwick says he needs to get his confidence back. But what if he can't? What if he already knows he won't? Because if 2026 doesn't hand him a title-contending car, after Ferrari shuts down SF25 development and goes all in on Project 678, then this might be it. The final chapter. Now let's pivot to the Verstappen incident. You know, the one that lit up Spain like a Roman candle. Warwick was one of the stewards who issued that 10-second penalty for Max's shoulder check into George Russell at turn 5. Some called it soft, others demanded disqualification. But Warwick? He calls it perfect. He explains, Max dove in, lost momentum, bounced into George. Reckless? Yes. Intentional? Not quite. And while the internet screamed for blood, the FIA played it cool. And let's be honest, the consistency in stewarding decisions? That's a whole other conspiracy we'll tackle another day. But if you're keeping score, this season is quickly becoming a psychological thriller. One where Hamilton's legacy hangs by a thread, and Verstappen walks a razor's edge of glory and controversy. So where does it all go from here? Is Hamilton about to walk away from F1 without that 8th crown? Will Verstappen push his luck straight into a race ban? And can Ferrari actually build something worth fighting for in 2026? Hit that like button, subscribe, and keep watching, because in Formula One, the truth is never on the timing sheet, but it's always in the paddock.